All right, Two Planker Podcast. We are back with Jackson Karsteter after a 2 year break from talking to him on the podcast. So, Jackson, welcome back.
What up?
Yeah, dude. So, last time I talked to you was April 2022. Oh, damn. You know what? I actually meant to
Lots
get.
happened.
Yeah, I meant to get the episode number because I wanted to do an update with you. And Kirk told me you guys were filming together and you got the new businesses. So I think it was like episode. It was in the 30s for sure. I could pull it up. Dude, episode 39, and now you are episode 99.
Dang,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. Dude, so last time we talked, you were 18 years old, graduating high school,
Yep.
and we kind of left it off with like your future plans. And
Yeah.
now it's time for a 2 year checkup to see if you've achieved what you're setting out for.
Okay. I don't quite remember what I would have said at 18, but
I
probably the
remember.
same.
Yeah. I mean, so the reason I want to do this now is because I've been working on a new podcast series that's going to air in the fall, and we've been talking to a lot of people about like starting businesses and taking the opportunity that skiing offers and then turning it into something else and doing more. And I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. But back when you were 18, you said, "All right, I think I want to stay in Indiana, travel from Indiana, keep
Hmm.
riding Perfect North." I think you might have said that you want to keep doing the vlogs. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, we could get updated. What are you doing this summer actually? Because I just saw you riding that copper.
I actually have been living in Colorado with my girlfriend for the past year.
Right.
But that's about to go back to Indiana. Yeah, we're talking about moving back in November, but it's not official yet.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, just kind of chilling, doing a lot of Clover stuff, a lot of rollerblading, skating, slacklining, blah blah blah. But yeah,
Yeah.
just chilling in Colorado.
I'm very interested to get into all the business stuff, but we could do a little chronology just because I'm sure it all makes sense when you go in order. So April 2022, you would have been wrapping up school. You went to Wendell's, right? Or Y East,
Yep.
whatever they were calling it. Okay. And then
Yep.
so what'd you do? What'd you end up doing that summer?
I moved. I probably did the call in Colorado, and then a couple of days later flew to Indiana and moved in with my uncle.
Mm,
I lived there for a year and a half. Me and my girlfriend got together in like December. I had a great ski year. Um, I mean, I loved perfects, whatnot. We came out and did the last level one comp in Colorado. It was here.
yeah.
We stayed with my parents because they've been living here for like 6 years. So I stayed here, and then me and my girlfriend just chose to move here, and
Yeah.
we've now been living here for about a year and a half or so. And I don't know, I'm hit or miss with it, but
With
I just
Colorado
miss
or
it.
the girlfriend?
No, Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, that actually does make sense because I remember seeing you January 2023 at the level one rail
Yep,
jam at Sugarbush. Okay, this is all adding up. So
that's where I met Kirk.
that's where you met Kirk Scully.
That's where
Okay.
I met Kirk. Yep.
And that's funny because that's actually so I kind of grew up with Kirk. He went to a different school, but we both rode at Sundown, and that's actually where I reconnected with Kirk. So that
Oh, cool.
yeah. So how was that tour for you? Because you went to a lot of the stops, right?
Yeah, I went to three of them.
Hmm.
The first one, it was like, I mean, first time doing rail jam in a long time. It was all right. They could have ran the first one a little better. It was riders voting, which I wasn't like too upset about, but Tucker should have won.
Yeah.
The second one was super sick. The judging was fixed. That now Trollhagen is like one of my favorite resorts after the second one.
So when Sugarbush Trollhagen.
And then I think I missed the third one. It was just too far of a drive for me, so I didn't want to do it.
Or was that Brighton or was that a different one?
It was Brighton, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to fly. And then the fourth one was Eldora.
Sick. And did you
Yeah.
win that
And
one?
nope, Tucker won that one.
Okay. Did you win any
Yeah.
of them?
Yeah, I won the Trollhagen one.
Okay, sick.
Yeah, they did. I don't think they were letting people win twice, but
Well, enough time has passed. I think the rider vote on the Sugarbush one was rigged.
pretty rigged for sure.
Yeah,
But it's the guy who won Harold was still he killed it. So it was
yeah,
very enjoyable to watch.
yeah. But I think everyone colluded like, "Yo, let's all vote Harold."
Yeah,
And then I don't know if there's a plan to split the money or what, but you could ask the
yeah.
Sugar Bush guys about that.
It was definitely a lot of favoritism in it. So
Yeah.
whatever.
So how much did you win from that Trollhagen one?
4 grand.
Okay, that's not bad. Were
Yeah.
you so your first season out of college, were you making any more money outside of that competition, like through any competitions or like how were you getting paid?
Um, 2023 was like so that whole season like I didn't have Clover yet. Me and Luke didn't have Clover.
Yeah.
I did rail skiing merch
Yeah.
like out of the trunk of my car basically. I would order like 300 to 400 hoodies at a time, and like all of them would be in my car. And like usually, I would sell out within like a week of all those hoodies, which was pretty wild. But that was kind of all I was doing. I had money saved up. I worked all summer, probably after we talked. I worked at a car dealership. I was a salesman for a little bit. Yeah,
What type of cars were you selling?
I was working at a Chevy.
Okay.
So whatever Chevy sells.
Pretty normal.
Yep, pretty average cars.
Yeah. So could you give folks, because so you're still doing rail skiing at the time, could you give folks a background on what your rail skiing business was?
Rail skiing was just like a repost account, basically. I wanted to keep eyes on people that were only doing rails, not doing Dub 19s and Trip 21s.
Mm.
So it was just a great way to promote underground skiers and, keep rail skiing in the game.
Yeah. And you started
Yeah.
that while you were at school at Wendell's, correct?
Yeah. I was an eighth grader when I started it.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah.
And so that account's gone now, correct? You sold that?
No, I did not.
Okay.
It's still mine. I haven't quite figured out what I want to do with it. Half of me doesn't want to get rid of it, wants me to start it back up, but the other half's like, God, that's a lot of freaking work. But
Yeah. Could
because
you
like I
talk
want to make
about
money.
yeah. Well, okay, that's what I was going to ask you. So could you talk about the financials of running a Instagram repost account? Are you getting paid off of those clips, or is it only like because I
No,
don't know if there's like
so
any sort of ad program that you can do off of Instagram, right?
well, I get my personal gets paid off of like reels and bonuses and whatnot.
Okay.
When rail skiing wasn't accepted at the time that I stopped doing it, that's why I stopped doing it because my Instagram was up in money from bonuses and rail skiing wasn't accepted. So I was just like, well, screw this. I'm done with rail skiing. It's a lot of
Yeah.
work for no reason. Even though like the merch was doing pretty good, but I wasn't like doing a website or anything. So it was still a lot of work in person for me. So
Yeah. So what do you mean accepted? Like, is that the meta verified thing, or is
pretty
this
much.
or is this like what's the creator platform that you can actually get paid off of reels and all that?
You have to have like a certain amount of like posts per month, followers. I don't know. It adds up to a bunch of things. But rail skiing wasn't one of them. It could have been that it was a repost account why it was doing that instead of like a personal athlete profile, whatever. That actually probably could have been it. But I know Ski Creatives does work with it, but I haven't talked to him in a while about it. So
Yeah. So how much? Give us a little inside scoop. How much are you getting paid off a successful reel?
dude, like a year ago, it was pretty good. Like I had one bonus where I think it was like close to 4 grand in a month just off of Instagram.
That's
But
so
like
insane.
they took it away for I'd say 8 months because it was so messed up. I got 4 grand for like only a million total views in the month.
Yeah.
Now it could be like I could get 2 million views in a month and only get like maybe $400.
Yeah. Damn.
So,
They like
yeah,
completely slashed it.
they slashed it big time, but I'm glad it's back because now there's like it's different now. So like you have to pass the level. So like say right now I'm only at like $50. You pass the level 25, then it goes to 50, 50 to 75. And then once you're at 100, your views will break through. And then like that's where you'll get a bigger check.
That's insane.
It's like a weird thing now, but yeah.
Dude, we're almost 100 episodes in of this, and you're the first person that's actually talking about getting paid off of social media without it being their sponsors being like, "Hey, we'll give you X amount of money for 4 posts a month." Like you could
Yeah.
just be completely independent and make money off of this.
I don't have any sponsors that pay me for per post or anything.
Okay, sick.
No,
But
and
you
I
do, but
probably
you
should, but
do you have
because I'm pretty
sponsors
good at it.
at this point? Do you have sponsors that pay you like a contract?
Yeah, I don't think I have a sponsor that doesn't.
Okay. So who are the sponsors at this point?
Line, Wear Leathers, Excel Energy. Um, those are like the paid ones.
Yeah.
Now, like Joystick, no. Um, and Clover, that's kind of about it.
So, okay, we're at the time that I last interviewed you, so April 2022, a senior when you were a senior in high school, were you getting paid to ski yet, or did that all come after you graduated?
Yes, only through like Wear Leathers.
Okay, sick. So how
Yep.
did line come into play for you?
Still not, like line just like helps pay for travel and whatnot, and like food, whatnot, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Um, Still not technically pro team, which would be sick eventually, but
yeah.
you know, just
Gotta,
waiting.
gotta stay on Jake's case. But that's good that they're like tossing you budget for projects and stuff.
Yeah, like all the level one tours and stuff, they helped. That's a lot of traveling, a lot of like food. We stayed in a yurt, like just to keep budget low, whatnot. Yeah, they've been super great. I love Line. They do everything. So
Yeah, that's sick. And before I forget, because are you on TikTok at all? Because I know that Luke is. I think I've seen his before.
dude, I got shadow banned from TikTok like 4 times now. I'm on my like fourth account. I just started a new one like a month ago. I don't really care for TikTok. I don't get paid, so the only reason I use TikTok is just to get Clover sales. So
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah. All right, we've hinted at enough. So could you give us the rundown on what Clover is? Because I heard like maybe Kirk was telling me that you were thinking about rail skiing and that was going to parlay into Clover, but it seems like you guys launched it without having to get rid of anything else that you were working on.
No, so me and Luke pretty much like came up with the name Clover about a year ago today.
Mhm.
We were kind of just getting everything ready for like September that we launched. We just started out drop shipping, like just get money up, then go into like ordering in bulk and whatnot. And September was slow, October was slow, November started to heat up, then December really freaking fired off. And everyone loved the bolt pants, so those took off, and here we are now.
Yeah. So how did you two decide to team up? Because I think I interviewed Luke not too long after you, and at the time you guys were kind of like the villains of skiing because everyone's all upset about all the social media stuff. So it's funny that you guys ended up teaming up to start a company. Were you guys already friends before that?
Oh yeah, we filmed and edit probably like around the time that we shot our two planker pod.
Okay.
So I don't know. We've always been texting each other through Snapchat or whatever. I remember talking to him. I was like, "Yo, I think I want to start like an actual clothing brand," and he was about it too. And we talked more about it, and then we couldn't think of a name for at least 4 months.
Yeah.
And then Clover was just like, "Okay, we'll go with Clover." And
Sick.
yeah, it's been great. He's a great person to work with as well. So yeah.
Yeah. So did he have his own brand at all before? Because I mean, I know rail skiing technically wasn't your brand. It was like you're kind of somewhat anonymous with it. Did he have anything that he sold?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So you brought a little bit more of the expertise for running at least a drop shipping business going into it.
Yeah, he definitely has more of like a designer feel to him. He dresses up all fancy compared to me, but I had more of the social media running. He's great with social media too. He has more followers than me on TikTok. No, less than me on Instagram, but that's just how everything goes.
Yeah.
Everything social media wise now.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys decided to team up. You're going to do a drop shipping company. What's like your philosophy with it? Like, who's your target market? Are you looking for street skiers? You're looking for academy kids? Like, what's your target demo?
Uh, I say are like anywhere from like 8 to 16 is definitely our hot spot of age. Um, I wouldn't say we're really targeting like academy kids or street skiers, just kids that like to ski and want to dress up pretty, keep shit steezy
Yeah,
in our eyes.
yeah.
But yeah, we've sold probably the most, like we sell like half out of the country too. Like we're 50-50 pretty much, I'd say, with orders.
Do you know the numbers for the volume that you guys are moving? Because like you guys have one pair of pants, right? That you put out there, or like one
We
model of
dropped
pants.
3, but our
Okay.
bolts definitely were like way better than the rest.
Yeah.
Um, I'd say around we probably sold around like 700-800 pants this season.
How many pants?
Like 700-800 probably.
700 to 800. That's insane.
Yeah, something around there.
And that was your guys' first year in business?
First year. Hmm.
That's so insane.
Yeah.
So okay, so in term like how are you guys acquiring? Because this is so interesting to me. Like how you, if you're not, for example, like if you put something in the Yomi shop, like say you're a brand new brand, you put something in the Yomi shop in Salt Lake City. That's it. Like that's an immediate kind of stamp of approval from the community. But if you're doing a drop shipping business entirely online, how are you guys acquiring clients and customers?
Just through our social medias, basically.
So you
Like
guys will like post a reel promoting it?
pretty much, yeah. I mean, we don't do as much drop shipping anymore. We still have like some t-shirts that are drop shipping, but like that's it. Like all of our stuff right now, we have hoodies and like a couple pairs of pants left. Um, but I'd say for the most part, it's just our social medias that's bringing in sales. Um, I don't know. We do sometimes get orders from kids that only follow Clover and not our Instagrams.
Yeah.
Because like we'll have to look up their names and just figure out, like we've had a lot of people like mess up their addresses and they'll ship it back. We'll have to look them up. They don't even follow either of us. They only follow Clover. But which is kind of crazy. The gram blew up a little bit, went up to like 14K or something.
Yeah.
Just within like 9 months, 10 months of Clover being a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Dude, I I love having you on because like it is so all these skiers you talk to are so worried like, oh, I hate social media, this, that, and the other thing. And they just want to fight it and resist it and all this stuff. And then you and Luke are like, who cares, bro? We're gonna cash in on this. Because not only are you getting paid to post the promotion, you're
Yeah.
also getting paid based on the product that you're promoting
Yeah.
through the final sale. So it's insane. Like the marketing itself pays you, and then the marketing leads to sales for the physical product.
Yeah. I mean, we're just trying to ski, and not have a 9 to 5. We're having fun with it. And
Hmm.
I don't care if you don't like my Instagram or whatever, just fucking unfollow me. I don't give a fuck. I'll just get a new follower.
So I actually wanted to ask you about that because last episode, I titled "The Social Media Generation of Skiing." Do you remember the
Mhm.
response you got after being on the show? Because I remember Luke. I think Luke overwhelmingly had a positive um, response to it because he's not an academy kid. So a lot of his episode was like disproving all these false beliefs people had about him.
Mhm.
But you were like, yeah, I am an academy kid. Like, yeah, I do love social media. So
Yeah.
I just yeah, curious your thoughts on people hating on that.
I mean, I think as like the newer generation is definitely into like social media.
Mhm.
All the up and coming kids that are doing triple corks age 13, they're all on social media. Eventually, everything's just going to be social media. So I would love to be on top of it. So I don't care. I mean, I get it. People don't like it. It makes sense. Same time, like, don't you want to like grow your skiing? If not, like, you're just skiing for fun and don't want to, go back to your 9 to 5 job right after. So I get it.
Yeah, it's the same problem that Hackle's encountering. Like Hackle's trying to run a ski company,
And
and
he's
then
killing it.
he is killing it, but it requires him to like farm engagement on his uh,
Yeah.
on his profile. What do you think of his tactics? Do you think they're fair game, or do you think that it's a little too clickbaity?
See, I will never go that far. Like he went pretty far with it.
He did kind of
I
have
feel
a
like I keep
millennial
my
approach to
content
it.
somewhat normal,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's I'm not great at talking to the camera like that. That's pretty clickbaity, but it works though. Like he's not gonna stop it because he's getting everything to work. So
It's such a bummer that like the actual thing that drives engagement is those posts where it's like tag your friend who didn't do X, Y, and Z this season. Tag your friend who this. Tag your friend who that. And it's like, God
I
damn.
understand that on TikTok. Now Instagram, I feel like Instagram's definitely got a bit more of like a good look on it
Yeah.
for skiers, because they'll just post edits, and then there's Hackle doing that. But I mean, if it's working, then keep doing it. It's not working for me. It wouldn't work for me.
Yeah. I think it is. I think at a certain point, people are going to have to swallow their pride and just accept, like you said, the new generation, like even younger than you. Like we called you the new generation last time. But I mean,
Mhm.
realistic, how old are you now? You're 20?
I turned 21 in a month.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, like all the new kids, the kids that are like 13 through 19, you
Mhm.
think those kids give about posting edits on New Schoolers, dude? No
No,
shot.
I don't even want to post anything on New Schoolers anymore. New Schoolers is such a bad look on everyone. The only reason like people go on New Schoolers is just to talk shit. That's the whole point of New Schoolers,
Yeah.
just to bring people down. So
It is a
fuck New
shame
Schoolers.
because like New Schoolers used to be like the spot where it basically just used to serve the same purpose that Instagram's serving now. You used to be in the same community as your favorite pro skiers. You could DM them within the website. You could
Mhm.
get their opinion and stuff. You could see their content. And now Instagram's just that same tool, but a different platform.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
like I have never connected with this with someone I want to talk to over New Schoolers. It's all been through Instagram, and that was the
Yeah.
like the original purpose. It was to build a community.
Yeah. I remember like when I was like 13 to 16 posting like my edits on New Schoolers or like going through threads and like finding cool stuff. But like now it's just like as soon as you get on New Schoolers, it's just shit talk, shit talk, shit talk. Like nothing on there is like, and like I get it, it's fine because you're not, I rarely get shit talk comments on my like Instagram, TikTok, or whatever. It's like there's a place to do it now. But like if you look up my name on like just Safari, it's like New Schooler threads would come up and be like shit talking me. And it's like, dude, that's like grow up a little bit. You spent the last 10 hours on fucking New Schoolers just to talk shit.
I'm looking you up right now.
Yeah, it's hard. Like after Steel City, that was like it pushed me over the edge a little bit. I was pretty pissed off.
Oh, because just the people's reaction to your style of riding.
Yeah. I mean, I was super hyped after Steel City. Like, you know,
Of course,
I
yeah.
felt like I skied really well. A lot of people were saying that I was like coming off rude. I wasn't like talking to people. I was super sick the whole time during Steel City.
I kind of
Like,
remember that actually. Yeah,
yeah,
I think we talked about that last time you were on.
yeah.
They, yeah, it's weird. I would like to talk to Tom and see what happened with Steel City. It really is such a huge undertaking to keep that event going.
I
Oh,
asked him about it
you
this
asked him
week
about
because
it.
I was with him all week.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
What's the inside scoop on that?
I mean, he's kind of just trying to figure it out with like a good spot to do it. He always wanted to do it downtown of a place. I've been trying to convince him to do it at Perfect's. And like his wife's from Cincinnati, so like he knows Perfect's pretty well. And he keeps saying that it would be a great spot to do it. Um, you know, but nothing for sure yet. Hopefully something happens this year because he does it I guess he skipped it this year. He's been doing it every 2 years. This would be the third year, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, so here's the question. When are you gonna put on your own event?
I'm not a big enough name like Tom, but
Yeah, but
one day.
you could do a local one.
Yeah, I did a couple at like Perfects, just like local rail jams, but
So how'd
nothing
that go?
like
Was that just like a
silly.
pop up? Like you were just like, yo, come through, we'll do
So
it.
every kid at Perfects go like they when they announce that there's a rail jam or a big air, they treat it like the Olympics. They train all year for this little local rail jam just to go against all their buddies. So like when mine came up, it was pretty. I filmed the whole thing and made a vlog out of it, dude. People were going crazy. These Perfect North kids, like no one in the world knows who they are, and they're just trying front cork eights out of rails, and like it's kind of crazy. But I would say it was pretty successful. And if I move back this year, then I'll definitely do another.
So you did that your first season out of college or out of high school, excuse me.
Yeah,
Okay. Did you have
yeah.
to work with because I'm always interested in how people pull these events together. Because some people really bootstrap it and they just pull up with a megaphone, like no permission at all.
Oh no.
How'd you go about getting yours done?
So I'm like pretty close with everyone. At Perfect is a small resort.
Yeah.
But I just talked to the park manager guy, and Nick usually does it every year, but he didn't want to do it this year. So I was like, "Hey, can my name be on this?" And I run it and do vlogs, whatever. And they were all about it. It was super easy to get set up.
Yeah. What were the prizes? Or like what was your format? Did you do like a formal first, second, third, or was it kind of just like swag handed out throughout it?
It was first, second, third. Lion sent pair of skis for the winner. Wear leather sent a bunch of stuff like pants, gloves, whatnot. Um, stuff like that.
Mhm. But
Um,
no actual cash.
no, no, that would be sick. But I mean, kids like, especially people from Perfects, like they don't want to buy new skis. So like everyone's fighting for a brand new pair of skis. Like it's huge for them. I
Yeah.
think Perfects also gives away like maybe a free pass or something. They used to give out a session at Wendell's for like the old Nick ones, which was huge. Um, I don't know. Maybe I can work something out with Wendell's and do that next year.
Yeah. Have you and Gepper collabed on anything?
Not in 2 years. We did like a duo edit like 2 years ago, but that was about
Okay.
it.
But never anything with Perfect North to like do an event or something like that.
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Nick's been on like especially the last 2 years hasn't pulled up,
But yeah,
and
he's
he's usually
been
there at least like 3 or 4 times a year. But he hasn't came. He's been on such a comp wave that
yeah, dude. He's on this pipe tip right now. There's
yeah,
no pipes within 1,000
yeah.
mile radius of Perfect North.
No, not even close. I would maybe Copper's the closest.
I
I
think
don't.
I actually don't know because I haven't been up in probably 2 seasons at this point. But Killington used to have a pipe, and Corinthia used to have a pipe. But I actually don't know if they
Oh,
still cut
Seven
those.
Springs, but
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
at least they used to when I was competing.
yeah,
But yeah, I guess Seven Springs if they still do it.
yeah,
But he's not got to train at Seven Springs. It's probably just a shitty pipe, anyways.
yeah. That's what they need, dude. You need more shitty pipes. People can get into it. Let's talk about so what is Axle Energy?
Excel is
Okay,
a
Excel. There we go.
Excel. Yeah, everyone says Axel, which I mean, understandable.
Mhm.
Um, so about last or a year and a half ago, I got a random DM from this guy named Steven Mages. He's a pro motocross rider. He hit me up saying he just started an energy drink called Excel Energy, and he was like trying to pay me to come and shoot a video or like an ad at Perfix. And it was like the first snowfall that Indiana's seen in a long time. Like we got like probably 8 inches. And we have a giant levee, and our whole goal that day was to jump over a Hellcat, to do a flip over a Hellcat. And they pulled up that day and they shot their ad, and they were all super sick dudes. And we kept talking, and then he was just like, "What if we put you on the team?" And then I got on the team. Um, yep, I run their social media. I'm like their team manager as well. Just a great bunch of dudes that started this energy drink company and are trying to get in stores and,
Yeah.
yeah.
So who's the team comprised of, like in terms of what sports they do?
Uh, like they do skiing, motocross, like all the dirt bike stuff.
Mhm.
Um, they do a lot of skydiving, because the other owner is a huge skydiver. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff. We have surfers.
Yeah.
Kind of
So
just
it's kind of like a Red Bull where it's just kind of like a overall lifestyle sort
yeah,
of energy drink company.
yeah. It's definitely sport oriented for sure.
Yeah. And they found you through Instagram?
Yep.
Dude.
He lived like out of, I think he lives pretty close to Cincinnati, so he was like 30 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's pretty
But I
chill.
was their first athlete.
Yeah. I I love it so much. I wish I could talk about the new series I've been doing more, but not quite yet. But like so much of it, I'm telling you, is based around like just doing more with your opportunities. Like,
Hmm.
and now I just see it everywhere. It's like skiing is the actual skiing itself is just one little piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
You know, like if you want to actually not have to have a job or like bust your ass doing like labor work in the off season, you have to be capitalizing on
Hmm.
every opportunity that you have.
Every opportunity. Like I'm not the type of guy that's gonna get on Red Bull or Monster,
Yeah,
and like super sick that I can like use my knowledge to help excel, work with them, and be like at the top of the team. As they get bigger, I'm not gonna be at the top of the team, but that's the whole goal. We want people bigger than me to be on Excel, to grow Excel with us. So
yeah, and it's not like everyone has to follow the same path as you, but you're already on a path, and it's like why not do more with it? You know?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, fuck, dude. It's I want to explore this more with other people because there's definitely people that are super talented that are just like not doing more with their opportunity,
Hmm.
especially their talent level, and it's like I don't know.
I can name off a million skiers that need to do more. They're too good to not have more.
So, like, when you're at Y East going to school there, are they teaching you guys about this sort of stuff, like how to actually take your career and bring it somewhere, or is it solely focused around physically being good at skiing?
Um, I would say the first 3 years of me going there was definitely just like the whole goal was go to the Olympics. They're training you to go to the Olympics. And then like as my junior year hit, I was like fading out of comps. I tore my ACL. My Instagram was starting to pop off. And like Toph is a huge social media star. He had shit figured out. Sponsors, how to make money, this, and that. And like Toph definitely taught me all of this stuff. Um, but like definitely not like their main thing is to go and teach you how to make money not competing. Their whole goal, your reason to go there is to, go to the Olympics or become like the next big thing.
Yeah,
So, but I feel like at the same time they should teach you both ways, but not everyone there is going to agree with what I do. So,
yeah. If if you had a kid, would you send them to an academy?
no.
Why is that?
I feel like the academy was super sick for me the first 3 years. Um, I like slowly started to hate it. Not hate it. I just wish I had a high school life in a way.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I think that'd be the only. Like, I loved everyone there. Wendell's is great, but I'd only wish I went there for like 2 years, 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, just
That
because
my whole.
you just wanted that traditional high school experience.
Yeah, it was fun. I learned how to party. So I tore my ACL. I didn't go first semester of my senior year, and I just stayed home and with all my friends, and life went kind of crazy for a little bit, but went back to school, and then I started missing it again. But
Yeah,
yeah, I was also like at that time I'm like I'm done competing. Like my knee can't handle doing triples, you know. So even though I do want to triple one more time, but
Yeah. So when did you get the idea? It had to have been after you connected with Kirk to team up with him to film. Or is it a street project, or is it just a general ski movie?
we haven't really figured that out yet.
Yeah.
So the whole like what we're thinking
Yeah, well, give
is
folks the whole story of how you guys even like
okay.
decided to team up with each other. Because if you just met each other at the level one rail gym, that's crazy.
I'll give the whole Kirk story. This is
Yeah,
like it's. I mean, everyone knows Kirk. This is what blew my mind.
yeah.
So we pulled up to what was the resort?
Sugar Bush.
Sugar Bush.
Yeah.
And Connor Clayton called me. He's like, "Hey, you're going to be filming with Kirk today. He's one of my good friends." And I was like, "Okay, cool." And we're walking up to the resort, and this giant dude just yells my name or freaks out, and it's Kirk. When we, introduce each other, blah, blah, blah. I brought two of my friends, Freddie and Elliot, who are pretty good skiers as well. And we're hungover, super hungover. And Kirk's very loud. And he's like telling us all these stories. Like, he's like, I know Toph. I like randomly ran into him in the middle of the woods once skiing. And I'm like, everything he was saying just came out like he was lying.
Kirk loves
Like,
to talk too. Just
loves to talk.
Yeah.
But everything he was saying just came out like he was lying. Like all these stories, like all these skiers that he was saying that I've been around for so long. I'm just like, this dude's a liar. Like I just don't believe him. And first run, or it was like not first run, but like a couple runs in, I decided I wanted to Misty over this like battleship. Kirk falls like 5 feet before the rail and it distracts me and I land straight on my head and get knocked out. And I was fine. I skied in the comp just after getting knocked out, blah, blah, blah. Then we like started to love Kirk because I called Toph and asked, do you know Kirk? And he explained Kirk to me and he's like, yeah, he's just a wild animal. Everyone knows Kirk. And I was just like, what the heck? So we had a great time with Kirk. And then probably about a month later, Kirk calls me and was like, yo, I'm driving to Colorado, but I want to stop in Indiana and film an edit with you. So he arrived like at 11 p.m. that night, and we got up early and filmed from like 9 until 8 p.m. all day. And we filmed an 8-minute long video, perfectly imperfect. And like, that was the best day of skiing I've had probably ever. I was on fire. And yeah, basically we just kept in touch. And he was like, I want to move out to Denver and I want to film a street part with you. And I was interested. I'm still like trying to do my own thing and do street, and I can't really do it living in Denver. That's why I want to go back to Indiana. But yeah,
Yeah.
we had a crazy ride this year with street, and that's why we're still like we're gonna make it a 2-year thing.
Okay, so it was originally intended to be a 1 year project.
Mm-hmm.
Filmed only in Colorado, or did you guys travel around?
We only did Colorado. We had a rough year with it. Like a lot of things happened that shouldn't have happened. Like the first week that he moved out here, we got like 4 spots right off the bat. And then
All street spots.
all street spots, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it didn't snow for like a month. And then as soon as it did snow, we went to like this government building. There was like a big, giant, tall flat rail to like an S rail. That would have been super sick. Got everything set up for it. And I had some shitbox car at the time. And my buddy went to go put my key in the trunk to pull it up. And he snapped my key in half. So we had to get my car towed and leave because we were on government property. I got hurt at a couple of the spots, hurt my back pretty good. Yeah, just a lot of things happened. We wanted to travel, but it was super hard with like Kirk's like trying to go really hard in the musician world right now. I kept wanting to go back to Indiana and get content for Clover. Just a lot of stuff happened, but
Yeah.
I think a 2-year project would be nice. Kirk wants to do a kind of like a documentary on it, and then I would have like a 3-minute long street part, like a hard part.
Hmm.
But like the documentary would be like the struggles of street skiing, like kind of like that kind of thing, like showing what it really takes to get into it. And like this is my first time doing any type of street. And it's hard. Shit sucks. I'm not a huge fan of it. It hurts for sure. It's not a park.
Yeah, and you have to build everything yourself.
I think that's fun. Like that's my favorite part about it is just building it and like getting creative with it.
Yeah.
For sure.
So is it just you and him shoveling everything, or did you guys have a team with you?
That's another thing. It's mainly just me and him. I've had a couple buddies come and help like here and there, but for the most part, it was only me and Kirk.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So why doesn't Luke join you?
Luke's still in comp world.
Hmm. I
Um,
see. Okay, this is making
yeah.
sense. So
I was on
he's still pursuing a comp career.
yes. Yeah. I think he like I don't know like if he wants to go to the Olympics or get on the US team. Like he kind of comes off that he doesn't want to. I think he just enjoys competing. Like, if it happens, it happens. But I do think he just really enjoys competing. Um, if he didn't compete, it would be better for us. We can get more things done. But, you know, I like that he does enjoy it and doesn't treat it like every other comp kid. So
Yeah.
that's sick.
Interesting. Yeah, has it made you rethink like getting into the street scene? Has it made you rethink your position in skiing? Because like everyone echoes the same thing. It's like, oh, they don't understand street skiing until they actually start doing it. So has it changed your perspective on things?
Oh, for sure. I thought street skiing would become somewhat easier to me, because I'm a big rail guy or whatnot. But it definitely has changed my perspective. Your ball has got to be huge to do some shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was showing we at the Line Eldora week. I was showing a clip to a bunch of like the street skiers, and they definitely didn't agree with some of them, which is perfectly fine. I'm not gonna do everything the same as everyone else. I'm gonna do.
What issues do they have with your clip?
I don't know if I should leak it because I think it's fucked, but it's like obviously the core people aren't gonna fuck with it. But I'm like a different skier than most, so I like to do flips and just fuck shit. So
Was it the actual trick itself, or were you like quote unquote breaking rules that they disagreed with?
both, both.
People are gonna be so mad at you.
I couldn't care less, honestly. I mean, I guess I'll explain it because
Yeah.
so um the Will Wesson, or I guess the Sam Zahner to the switch rail in his X Games real ski, that
Uh-huh.
like six kink. Do you know what rail that is?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's like 5 minutes from where my parents live.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to hit this rail just because it's right here, but I want to hit it differently than they've hit it. So they basically it's like a school. So you have to come into the parking lot and then go down this rail and it goes onto a football field. We got fortunate enough to get a moto winch. That's like an electric winch.
Yeah.
It has failed on us quite a lot, but um, we decided to go through the football field up the side, like the hill of it, and then build a quarter off the fence. And I would flare off of it, and then now I'm hitting the rail from the outside.
Oh, I see. Okay. So it was the setup for it that made you hit it from the outside?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You're gonna post your street video and people are gonna be mad at you.
I mean, it's like it was super like it's fun for me. I mean, I don't care if people don't like it. I just enjoyed it. So I just want to have fun and like do my own thing. And if people aren't going to support it, then they don't support it. Don't watch it.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
Yeah.
I'd say so. Even with me breaking all the rules, that's still my favorite spot I hit
Yeah,
because
of
it's
course.
still like a giant long rail.
Yeah. I'm I'm of two minds about it. I think that rules are necessary to a certain degree, but it's also just kind of like a way to, you know, to like just keep some order in things. Like it's fuck, it's really hard. It's really hard to put into words. But I so I respect the rules. At the same time, I totally respect your mindset where you're like, I don't care at all. I'm gonna break every
Mm-hmm.
rule because that's its own style of
Yeah.
shooting. You know?
Yep.
What are your thoughts on all this? Because there's so many quote unquote rules that you break and that you just kind of have like a I don't give a shit attitude. I'm gonna do what I want. Like,
Well, I mean, at the same, like, we're still like unsure about the clip. It might be my favorite clip or like my favorite thing we've done all year. But like, I'm still like, I want to have a respectful street part.
yeah,
Like, I'm a good rail skier, and like, I want this street part to be, somewhat respectable. So like, I don't know if we're gonna do it. In my head, I'm just like, fuck you, I'm gonna put it in. But same time, like, I don't know. I definitely want to like talk to more like I wanted to ask Tom. I should have asked Tom this week about it.
yeah.
But I don't know. The quad swap clip got a lot of hate, and that was just like a fuck around clip.
That was the one that the two parallel rails, correct?
Yeah, and I transferred him. Yeah.
That was an insane clip.
Yeah. We were just like Kirk wasn't even there. My buddy was just filming on a GoPro.
Yeah,
And like we were just messing around. I didn't even put snow in the landing because I never thought I would get it. And I happened to get it and like posted it. And a lot of people were just like, fuck. And then there was people like front swap, front swap, front swap, front swap, and I'm just like, I don't really care.
yeah. Dude, this reminds me so much of the conversation I had with Luke O'Brien. We did an episode last summer at Mammoth, and
Mm-hmm.
his entire philosophy was was basically, who cares? Stay in your own lane. Like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that's
ski
how
the
you
way I
do.
want. You ski the
Mm-hmm.
way you want, and if you don't like it, you don't have to watch what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way of putting it. Just ski in your like, stay in your own lane.
Yeah,
Like I'm not gonna ski like everyone else. I want to ski what makes me happy.
yeah. And I think that people not skiing the way they truly want to ski, people not forming their own lane and then exploring
Mm-hmm.
what they actually want to do and like trying to fit into the rigid, like, I need to do this and then I need to learn this trick and I need to learn this trick. And then
Mm-hmm.
if I want to do this, I can't do that. It's just who cares, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Why would
Yep.
you waste all that energy? Uh, I don't know,
Yep.
just putting yourself in a box.
Yep. There's no like creativity in it anymore. It's like everyone has like they want you all to stay in the same exact world of skiing. So everything's gonna look the exact same. It's either
Yeah,
no style or creative, like no one like there's not many skiers that ski like Toph or Skier Dan, Yeah, people definitely hate it. But Toph's also like mid 30s.
yeah,
Like he's not gonna go out and do a dub 10. Toph loves skiing. He loves doing what he does.
yeah,
And that's the other thing. Tope doesn't give a fuck what anyone thinks. So
yeah.
that I think Tope definitely gave me that mindset. Like, who gives a fuck? So
And he's somebody that also has just completely carved their own path.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, just like a completely non-traditional path and has made
Mhm.
it work.
And it's so sick. It's so sick. That's definitely what pushed me the most because like Tophe's doing a completely different thing than every skier I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Especially like coming from Perfect. There's no kid out there just doing daffy butters off a knuckle and like making a living doing stuff like that. It's like, dude, that's so dank. I want to do my own thing too.
Yeah. Well, so what other skiers have you looked up to? Because I mean, Toph is a great example, and obviously you know him personally from a young age, so that completely makes sense. But is there anyone else you're looking at? Like, I like the way that they're paving their own path.
Tom was a giant influence on it.
Mhm.
Um, Tom's the goat, so can't not look up to him. Nick at one point,
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's a bunch. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I like people that definitely like work hard for like the social media wave or like the start their own clothing brand wave. Like it's a genius way to make money in the ski industry.
Mm.
So anyone that does that or like gives it an attempt, good for you.
Do you
But
feel like anyone's doing that particularly well right now?
Jid Skin,
Dude, Henry's a monster with it.
he's on fire. He's got it figured out too. He's good quality content and apparel. So he's killing it. And he's like 18 maybe.
I think he's
He's at
19
Jipskin.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, like Jipskin's like 3 or 4 years old. He was like 15, 16 when he started it.
Yeah. I remember I interviewed him, and then when we were ready to post it, like I was at work and got bogged down with something, like while he's in like his high school class waiting for me to post this, like texting me between classes.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. Like he's a sophomore in college
Yeah.
and already has more relevant business experience than anyone else in his business
Oh, for
classes that I
sure.
assume he's taking. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's actually it's really, really impressive. And but again, another person that just gets dogged on by the older heads.
Who cares? He's doing better than most pro skiers. That's a fact.
No, really. I mean, you saying that you got paid like 5,000 off of a reel should be eye-opening for a lot of these guys that like a lot of the time like their main sponsor isn't even shelling out that much money per year.
Mhm. Yeah. That's it's just like one of those things like you want to stay in this world and enjoy what you do. Do your own fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I would start a fucking podcast if I was good at like asking questions and whatnot, but I'm not. So
Well, I can tell you, there's very little money in the podcast. Actually, I take that back. There's always opportunities to monetize stuff,
Mhm.
but having a regular job on top of this has made it so it's like, cause dude, tracking down sponsors and like meeting their obligation, all that stuff, that's a lot of work, you know? Like not
Oh,
all the stuff that we've been talking about is a lot of work and it's like a lot of emailing, a lot of dead ends. But
yeah.
yeah, I'm sure if somebody was dead set on making money in podcasting, they could. But like everything, it doesn't just fall into your lap. You have to really
You have to work hard for it for sure.
yeah.
Like me and Luke talked about just doing something over the summer, like podcasts, like last year, and we're both like we aren't good at this. I don't know why we're talking about it, but like Logan Paul, but
Yeah.
like Logan Paul has such a big name that people will watch whatever it is.
Yeah.
Um, but he brings people on; they're actually really good at it. Um, you know, like shit's crazy. Like also like another thing, like you were asking, like people I look up to. Like I mainly look up to like YouTubers,
Hmm.
like Danny Duncan, Matador, his Virginity Rocks line. Like obviously he's doing well just off YouTube, but the dude wants more money and he loves what he does, so he's starting all these brands like Whistle and Diesel. All these people are like great at like making content. They're very like not money oriented, but like they want to thrive and grow their audience and show off like what they do. So
Yeah.
those are definitely people that I look up to, and I want to get into vlogs. It's so hard though.
It's a ton of work.
It's so much work. I had like my the season after high school, I had a grind for a little, and then um, summer comes and it's hard to like get content. You don't have like all your buddies doing fuck shit. Everyone,
Yeah.
especially out here. If I go to Indiana, I can get content all the time.
Yeah. Honestly,
But
you know what I would watch from your life? It wouldn't be like your day-to-day life. It would be you and Luke documenting what it's like running a business in skiing.
see, yeah, that's another thing too. Like, there's a lot of clothing brand companies that will like document like how to do stuff or like what really goes on behind the scenes. Like I've thought about it for sure. Definitely like started with like Instagram or TikTok stuff and then going to YouTube. But
Yeah.
YouTube pays so much and people don't realize that.
Are you making money off YouTube right now?
I'm not like I haven't I always get right to the point, dude. Like
Yeah.
and then I quit. It's like 365 days with 4,000 hours or something. I
Yeah.
got to like 3,980. I'm 20 hours away and I didn't post for like almost a year. And then one video hit a year and it went down to 2,000.
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
That's so
I,
brutal.
yeah, I haven't hit it yet, but as soon as like I just need to get in the grind again. Once winter comes, I'm gonna grind vlogs. Just bought a new GoPro. I just need to do it. It's so
Yeah.
much easier if I'm at Perfects too.
Yeah. The YouTube thing has always been an issue for the podcast because like we hit the viewership numbers, like the hours watched so easy. Like we
Yeah.
always hit that, but we've been hovering around like 600 subscribers because it's really just all YouTube is for the podcast is just the video alternative of the audio feed. Like there's no additional programming. And
Yep.
but yeah, man, if you're only putting out ski videos, it could get really hard to get hit that
No,
hourly watch requirement.
no one watches in the summer either. And like I
Yeah.
do a lot of like dumb things like, you know, summer activities, but like I haven't at one point like half of my following was from just doing stupid shit in the summer.
Yeah.
But I just need to do it. I just need to grind and do it.
Dude, I'm honestly I think just with all these other interviews I've been doing this summer, I
Mhm.
honestly think that the best content you could put out there would be like documenting what it's like running a business or just laying out how to get paid in skiing because everyone's wondering the same thing.
I
How do
don't
we
want to
make a
get
living?
everyone cheat codes, but
It was like how do you make a living off of this? And it's like unless you have to be willing to use other resources like just sponsorship money unless you are at the absolute top of the game. There's no way you're making an actual living off of that.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, brutal.
It's crazy. I saw this like TikTok video. This guy got like 40 million views. I mean 40 million is a lot of views. Don't get me
Oh,
wrong. But YouTube paid him out for just that video alone, $500,000.
oh my God,
That's one video off of his channel.
that's
Like,
insane.
what?
Yeah,
That's so crazy. Because like, let's see, like last year I had like 2022, 2023, 365 days in total of all my Instagram videos combined. I had 27 million views total or something like that.
mhm.
Now, like YouTube pays out like that though. So like if all those views transfer to YouTube, holy fuck.
Yeah,
We driving an R8 right now.
yeah. Damn, bro. It's true too, and like I think all these people that have these full length parts that are like a couple years old now, all of those, every single one of them every shot in all of them could be converted into a short that would just, or a reel or whatever
Yeah.
platform you want to use, that would just
Shorts,
run up numbers.
shorts pay a lot.
Yeah,
Shorts pay a lot too. But you have to, that's another thing. Like you have to have 4,000 hours or like 10 million views on shorts to get monetized,
yeah,
which is like 10 million's a lot, dude. Because especially if you're just getting like random 10,000 views or like 20,000 views, you got to have a lot of those to hit 10 million.
yeah,
It's a grind. But like, yeah, for sure. Like if you're a YouTuber and like you have all the monetization to make money, shorts is the way to go as well. Just like instead of posting everyday vlogs, you can just use shorts to the advantage because they pay just like the YouTube videos pay.
yeah. Damn, bro. People are not gonna like what you're saying, but it's the truth. Like that's the way that if you do not have a high paying sponsor, like that's the avenue that you have to take if you want to get paid, or you got to start selling a great product. Like no one's just gonna toss you money because you're good at skiing.
I don't get why people get so butthurt though, because it's just like you need money to survive in the world. And like if you want to do what you love, you need money.
Yeah,
So I don't get why people are just gonna hate on it, but that's just how it goes.
man. All right. Is there anything else that's been on your mind these past 2 years? I mean, it's your first 2 years in the quote unquote real world, and
Uh,
you're doing the whole business thing, and I love that so much. And you're working on a street project, so I love that you're still doing stuff. Because I mean, when you go to academy, I feel like it could be easy to get into like, oh, they already got this mapped out for me, but now you're on your own.
mhm. I feel like I'm the only one from the academy that went this route besides Hackle. Hackle went to Wendell's and kind of went this route too. So
Yeah. Who else did you graduate with? That's still in the ski world.
I mean, Connor and Tanner were a year above me.
Okay.
Jed was 2 years above me,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay.
Dad skier was a year below me, but like that's probably all the people you would have known.
Yeah. So everyone else kind of just went their own way afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. Connor and Tanner went to US team. Jed's on a street mission grind. Dude, Jed's like one of my favorite skiers and like he kills it.
Jed's next up, dude.
Dude, I hope really, really hope so. Jed's like one of the most genuine people out there.
Yeah. Jed's the
Connor's
truth.
gonna win the next Olympics. Yeah.
Wild. Oh, I'm actually so glad you said that. So there's whisperings of rail jams becoming an Olympic sport.
I've heard whisperings too. I don't know if
Yeah.
I believe it.
Well, I don't know. That's what Jason Aarons was saying, and he's pretty tapped in on the whole Olympic scene. So if that's the case, would you get back into a competitive mindset?
Yeah, for sure. Because it's just rail jams. I'm not doing triple corks.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I've definitely thought about it because the first thing I've heard about it was we were at Dew Tour and someone said to me that the USASA Nationals had fist points and like those have to add up towards something.
Yeah.
We're all just like, yo, what's going on here? But yeah, so Ryan Butters, I'm pretty sure, has the most fist points for rail jams right now because he won Nationals Open.
Nationals Open. Was it a rail jam event or was this a slopestyle event?
It was rail jam.
That's
Yeah.
insane. I didn't even
So
know that they were
Butters
doing
is
that.
on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you compete in Dew Tour 2 years or just this last year?
This last year was my first year doing it.
Okay. How was that experience for you?
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I had to go 1v1 against A Hall, but I mean, if I'm gonna lose anyone, A Hall's the man to do it too. It's just like going at all those big dogs up there and like everyone at least like knowing my name feels crazy enough.
Yeah.
So
You gotta
it's
you
so
gotta give
sick.
us the whole Dew Tour story, dude, because it actually was so crazy seeing you on TV. I guess it was a live stream, but I still call it TV. Like just
Mhm.
seeing you on the screen, it was like, holy shit, dude. Like you
Yeah.
said, it's Jackson against A Hall. This what is going on with this event?
Yeah.
So yeah, could you give the whole story of like getting invited and because I remember Kirk being in Colorado that previous year, he was
Hmm.
filming for me at Dew Tour, and he was
Yeah.
like, he was, you know how he gets. He's like, Jackson needs to be in this. Jackson needs to be in this next year. I'm like, we're making this happen. Blah 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 blah.
The
So
funny thing is I got an invite for that year, but it went to my spam.
really, so you
And
were
then
already invited that first year.
yeah, I just didn't know.
Holy
Hmm.
shit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so give us
so
the rundown.
me and Kirk had like a call with Tom, just like kind of like asking for advice with street stuff, like how to go about it. And we got through our convo, and Tom just like, "Yo, you are gonna get an invite to Do Tour, by the way, as well." And I was just like, "Sick." Got the invite, and Kirk came and did the whole film thing again, and like going into that room with all of those people in there, it's like you get starstruck every time. You're like, "Fuck." Everyone here is so fucking good. But I wouldn't say that it's Dew Tour is definitely less of a competition compared to Steel City. Steel City's like top tier for sure. Like I'm definitely scareder at the top of Steel City drop in than the Dew Tour drop in.
Really? Why is that?
Uh well, I don't know, bigger features for sure. That's definitely a big play in it. The fact that Tom's running it's a big play too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like Dutour just felt more like an USASA Nationals, even though everyone there is cracked Olympic winners.
Yeah.
But something about Steel City is just top tier.
And why do you think it is that 2 years in a row it was identical podiums?
Of Steel
No,
City?
no. Of Dutour.
Oh,
Because
I'd say it was.
everyone thinks that it's going to be like the great equalizer,
I would say
and
it
then it's
was
just the
pretty
same people.
fair.
You think it was fair?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't put down a run against A Hall. I twisted my knee really, really good. Like jumping that three up onto that roof thing. And then I just fully blew it going into the last rail. And like my knee was, I thought I re-tore it or something. Like it was hurting real bad for a little bit. But yeah, I would say it was pretty fair. It would have been sick if I wasn't against A Hall, but
Yeah. So you guys think that there are? Do you think that all the U.S. ski team guys and all the usual suspects are they just sincerely better rail skiers, or are they just better competitors?
better competitors. I wouldn't. I mean, they're all great rail skiers, but I think I could still have the same opportunity. They just have more of a dude. Their mindset going into comps is so top tier. It's crazy. Like they're not afraid of it. Like everything. Like as soon as they're going into the run, they're not talking to anyone. They're in the comp mode. I'm over here just like talking up the storm just to get the jitters out of me.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's for sure like they're locked in, but they're 10 out of 10 rail skiers as well.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
okay. Because that's what I thought it came down to as well. Like I think on a normal day, like maybe a slush match or something would be a better exhibition of actual rail skiing skills rather than like a televised, kind of formal thing. But
Mm-hmm.
that's what I always chalked it up to. Like these guys have that killer mindset where they can come in, stay calm, stay locked in, and then all the dudes
Yeah.
that never compete anymore, like you said, they come in all these jitters,
Mm-hmm.
starstruck,
Yeah.
nervous to go up against A Hall,
Yeah. Dude,
and
A
just get
Hall,
bodied.
but right before they announced who you were 1v1ing, A Hall goes, I just know it's going to be Jackson, like saying it's like a bad thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, what? You're fucking A Hall. But it's just so crazy how it all went down. I was like fortunate enough just to even make it to the second round. Everyone in the first round was killer. I like barely squeaked by. Like
Who'd you get matched up against first?
you had to get it was like four people per group.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I want to say Tucker, Sam Zahner, and someone else. I forget who it was. Maybe Dak Attack. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Um, but Tucker got like a 92. I got like a 90. And then Sam came in and laced his run up. But like they didn't, people were pissed that he didn't make it to the second round. But I think I just had more of variations on all four because I think one of the rails he straight slid to get into the three swap prets too.
Yeah.
That definitely is what counted towards it. But I'm sorry, Sam. Like I didn't mean to do that. It's not my fault, but
Yeah. So do you chalk it more up to your knee being busted, or do you think that the head games got to you?
um I mean if I would have landed a run, like landed the run I wanted to, I probably could have beaten A Hall because he didn't land anything crazy the run against me either. He just kept it safe just to land something.
Yeah.
But I definitely like if he would have put down the run that he wanted to, and I would have put down the run I wanted to, he surprised still would have won.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, it's that competitive, it's that chess. Like he was like, "All right, this guy's falling. I'm just gonna put down a safe run that I know I could land."
it's such a smart gameplay. Yeah, in my head, I'm like, I'm just gonna do the run I did a million times in practice, and he just, he has it figured out for sure.
Yeah. It's tough going up against those guys, dude. But I'm bummed because I don't think Dutour is coming back. But I loved seeing
Roll
you
and
guys get.
change.
Yeah. So do you have more info about this? About like what they're doing? Because all I've
They
heard is rumors.
they changed the account name. I know that it's now a skateboarding competition thing.
Okay. And is it the Rock? Is it Rockstar now? Because I haven't looked at this yet.
I don't know. I know it came up on my feed the other day, and I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
Clicked on, it, and I just knew instantly it was Dew Tour. But
Yeah.
it's changed to like some type of skate competition now. I don't know if it's Rockstar or anything, but
Yeah. All right. We'll see. We'll see
yeah.
if it gets in the Olympics, then you'll be back in the mix.
I think it'd be sick for it to go to X Games too, because I
X
feel
Games
like, dude, it was
on the
such a
spot.
hit. There
Yeah.
was hundreds of people at the bottom just partying. I know like a bunch of the top competitors were pretty pissed off about it because like a lot of them weren't even like watching. It
Yeah.
was more just like throwing cans, getting drunk, partying than
Yeah.
anything. But because there was like a live DJ at the bottom.
Yeah.
But
They try to do the. I mean, it worked. Like they try to pull people into that bottom corral by having the DJ there.
dude, it was in my eyes, it was awesome. Like that shit was so sick. But I can see it was definitely a little distracting, kind of. Not really. I don't know. I liked it. I think I should do it again.
Yeah. Word. Well, we are a little bit over an hour. Just want to do a quick check in with you. And you want to leave anyone else, or you want to leave the people off with your future plans, any goals you have? Because I'm sure we'll check in once this video comes out. And I'm
Um,
telling you right now, when Kirk's on, you're not going to be getting many words in. So speak now while you can.
um, I don't know. I just want to really just have fun, keep skiing. If I do move back to Perfects and expect more vlogs, um, Clover's going to take a way bigger jump than this year than it did last year. We learned so much. Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Jackson. Where can people find you too? Where can they follow all this stuff?
J. Karsteter basically on about everything.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right, folks, keep an eye out for all that stuff. Jackson, thank you very much for episode 99. Good to check in with you. And that is all. We will see everyone next time for episode 100. Peace.
Hell yeah.